All right, corn casserole. Here's an awesome side dish for any meal. 20 ounces of corn, 20 ounces of sweet creamed corn. Make sure that original corn is drained. You don't want the water in there. 20 ounces of each. Creamed corn, regular corn. 5 ounces of sour cream. 3/4 stick of melted butter. 2 eggs whipped. 8.5 ounce box of corn muffin mix. I'm going to use the honey version because I want these to be like a sweeter cornbread. And mix really, really well. Yeah. Grease yourself a pan really, really well. Put your mixture in your pan. It's just simple. Spread it out evenly. And then put it in the oven, 325 for 1 hour. All right, so I want to throw something special on top of that cornbread when it comes out, that corn casserole. So I'm gonna make, traditionally on top of cornbread, you have like a honey flavor if you want. I'm gonna make a honey bourbon spicy sauce. So I've taken a few tablespoons of some raw honey in here. I just put about eighth of a cup of butter. I'm gonna melt in there. I'm gonna melt this honey and this butter together, and then we're gonna add some bourbon and some spice to it. All right, we got it melted down pretty good. That honey was bubbling up faster than the butter was, so I'm just gonna work that butter into it a little bit. It's like a yummy honey butter. That raw local honey is just yummy, yummy stuff. And I just need enough like to baste across the top of the casserole. The corn casserole when it's done, it doesn't need to be like some massive amount. There we go. Honey butter, traditional honey butter. And then we're gonna put a stronger tasting bourbon, not like a honey or a sweet or dessertier type of bourbon. A Gentleman Jack can be sipped, but it's also not like super sweet, so this will be a good one. I'll put a couple tablespoons of that in there. See where we're at. Ooh, that's yummy. One more time. Okay, that's gonna work pretty good. Now I want it just a kind of a special edge to this. So I want to make this is a honey habanero or smoky honey habanero spice that I just got at Costco, and I would love for this to have just this little teeny zingy bite on the top of the cornbread without it actually being super spicy. Just a little hint of something that like makes it a little different, right? So I'm gonna throw that in there and see where it gets us. Almost. I think I could use a little more of that. And with that Jack in there, this has thinned out quite a bit. So it's less of like a sauce and more of like fluid, right? And that's a little dangerous. Put on top of something. Oh my gosh, that's great. That tastes so good. In fact, I think we could even use a touch more of that. All right, because like it says habanero, but it's really not like super hot. So I'm gonna throw in just a shred of xanthan gum with this. And xanthan gum, you need very, very, very little xanthan gum to get a little viscosity and a little bit of thickness going. Like cornstarch and flour, you have to use quite a bit. This is just a touch, like maybe like a 16th, for what amount I've got, like just a little dash here, like a 16th of a teaspoon is probably all I need to add a little bit of thickness back to this. And then I'm gonna let that just kind of gel up and calm up, and then I've got myself a sauce that's ready for that cornbread. All right, the corn casserole is done. Pull this out. Oh, this looks beautiful. It smells wonderful too. Wow. All right, this corn casserole, you're gonna check this out. It's nice and soft. It's not like a cornbread. You saw the ingredients going. It's not like a piece of bread. It's softer to eat. Oh, that looks yummy. That looks yummy. Wow. So I'm gonna take a dab of this honey bourbon sauce. Put it on top of there. Ooh, it tastes and smells so good. And of course we gotta taste test it. How to burn your mouth. Oh my gosh, that tastes amazing. Pause me. Excuse me for licking my fingers, but this is freaking good. If you like corn, sweet corn, and casserole kind of dish, oh my gosh, that is amazing. That's so yummy. So you saw the recipe. Try it as a nice side dish for yourself. We're gonna eat it with this southern recipe I'm making tonight with these pork chops.